important for them if they can make it their first grand finals.
Oh, and just looking ahead to London, this is such a big moment. And even in that World Championship race, like this is huge for both of these teams to be able to get those extra points, especially when you have that unpredictability and maybe the bad luck that you've had with Space Station getting really difficult quarterfinal matchups. There's no guarantee you don't hit a G2 or a Gen G in these next quarterfinals and they end a run early. So this is such an important series and really a must-win one if you're looking ahead to London. So this, you know, we saw how good OG played yesterday. We saw them clutch up even.
Dream OG scissors
for the major where they looked like they were going to get swept out of Swiss. They reverse sweep the Swiss, completely turned it around. So we know
Happy Mother's Day, yes.
Factor. Will Space Station be able to step up in this big moment?
Hashtag SSG, hashtag OG. Let us know who you think is going to win in the chat. We'll flip the coin. Orange for SSG and the blue for OG here. And the coin comes up SSG. So we're continuing to have strong picks of the favorites here. Would you say that SSG is the favorite? I feel like SSG is the favorite in this match, Gibbs.
Wow.
We all agree.
They're like 15-1 versus the rest of NA. They just beat OG in the quarterfinals 2 weeks ago. They are definitely big favorites here.
I mean, it's not necessarily the craziest thing because, like, I get it. Like, what Gibbs brings up is that their record is great, but man, I really thought beating Gen G would give us a little bit of points, you know? Like a little bit of credit.
Yesterday, this is the strongest, James, I feel like I've seen OG be in a long time. This does not feel as one-sided maybe as the predictions
I saw Madame.
Oh, certainly. I think we're definitely doing.
Hope you have a good stream. Thank you, Sippy.
Especially after taking down the team.
Yeah, we should have Seb in here in just a second. He is. Oh, there he is. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, we should have you in here a second because I know the traffic is killing you, but yeah, we're here.
And Space Station came out on top. So
we are. Oh, dude, I'm getting your call.
Wouldn't be surprised in the least if they get this one.
The chat line here, I think, is probably the best indication of kind of.
All right,
that's a weird delay there.
Sitting here on underdogs, but narrow underdogs.
Yo, look at that! Look at that! Chat. 44%.
44% actual ball knowers.
Time to find out who is going
to face
off against G2 in the grand finals of Open Qualifier.
Well, the game start right now. we are very much started right now.
Oh, you know what? I just realized I left my headphones in my car. I'm sorry.
Oh no. Well.
Know the OG story, and this is their next chapter. They want to rewrite that.
No needs headphones anyway.
Yeah. Headphones are overrated.
We got a classic casted by the Lemon Kiwi, and I'm gonna assume Dez. Yes.
Yeah, it's Dez. All right.
Dez already breaking up.
What? I'm almost breaking up.
Dez is connected, and I was like, hey, all right. And I'm like, oh, there it is.
We've had so many upsets. Like, jeez.
Hi, Sementago. Hey, Husky.
But hey, everyone's been wishing for something different in North America, and the competition.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, this is a matchup since last week. I was so hyped for because like SSG beat us 4-1, but like legitimately that was. I'm not, no exaggeration, that was like the sloppiest I've ever seen us play. It was last week. So I was like, man, I really want to run that back. Chance of the grand finals is dope though. That's actually crazy. We almost had C9 in there. If you guys were aware of that, for anyone who watched that first semi.
You my camera, by the way, or no?
Oh no, I'm just chilling. I mean, if you want to do cameras, I can set that up. I just need to link.
Oh.
This weekend have looked really solid. LJ has been doing a good job of controlling things on the back end. Not the best
C9 sold so bad.
Look at that furniture right now, dude. We're going hard with the furniture.
Oh damn, the furnishings. Good bump. Oh, we're doing cameras, chat. All right, hold on. I gotta studio mode this up. Oh whale. Well.
I will say, actually, you know what? Hold on. Before you have me on, let me just change to. Oh, my spicy shirt.
Spicy shirt, eh?
Yeah. Doesn't have that second man up, so SSG give up
I will say that while it sucks that Cloud9 did lose, it actually is so much more in our favor if we win this series.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, man, if they win this, that's like a fourth team, like right in major contention. Top 2 after top 8 would be insane. No. Big sad.
Hey,
Hey, Titan plays.
Gets
How you
it
doing?
right past JNaps and Khan, stuck in no man's land because of it. LJ or Hoxer banks the goal, and SSG in front.
All right, we ball.
Oh, can you meet your ninja?
Like a real chess match.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know we're watching Rocket League here, but just the
There we go.
change up of the pace, trying to slow down
There
the
we go.
ball.
We got the
and
official
see
OG
how
watch
the
party
other
set up.
player
Yet.
wants to
Don't worry,
approach the
we're
50.
all
That's the type of micro
we're all
adjustment that they're
professional
doing
out
at
here.
the last second. And SSG
Okay, I don't care about TFSA stuff. Twitch, please get ads off.
And it's clear
They're
how
off
JNaps
my
is there
screen.
first,
I
so
can't
SSG
bear it
have
right
a
now.
huge window to work with.
Yeah,
Even
this is
with
where
that
you
touch off the
gotta
ceiling from
subscribe to the
Chicago,
Twitch Turbo,
LJ has
just for
moved.
moments like
Caught
this.
close for the 50. Great
Oh,
encounter there by
where it's just
Hoxer.
like, it's an
And Nolly
open
won't be
shot,
able
and
to
then
get much
suddenly
done
just
either.
State Farm.
Feels like
Yes.
he's
No,
just in a
State
position
Farm!
where he's been playing a little bit
Kitty
more defensively this
bang!
game. We haven't really seen him go upfield.
Skip the
try to see if he
dishes,
makes teams
whatever.
uncomfortable. He's been kind of playing more in the back. You can tell OG
calm.
just switching up their styles
Oh.
just a little bit. His comments is picking up another save.
Great
Wanna
cut.
watch to see if things start
One
to
thing-
change
one
here
thing
a
I will
little
say,
bit
Chad,
later on.
SSG
We're at the
is good at the
halfway
game.
Did I say
point,
Sea
and
of
OG
Thieves?
need a goal. What
Yeah,
they're doing
yeah,
right now has been
I heard that.
It's
That even-
Skibbity.
pressure, but
I
it
think you
has
said
not been
Skibbity for a
enough
second. I was
to
like,
get them
I
on
don't
the
know.
board.
I don't know if that's a ad.
We
Yeah,
know
Sea of
that
Thieves,
OG
great
They
game.
have the potential to beat, I mean, any team if they did it to Gen G's. It's just another one on the
What was
list,
that
right? But it's
quadruple
the
A
question of
game
consistency.
that developer was talking
Even,
about?
oh, it's the drop off by
Oh, I
Chicago.
forget.
Things got a little
Quadruple
hairy
A?
there
Oh,
at
like,
the end.
was that the
Even
Ubisoft
SSG
one?
going to
Yeah.
7 against Dignitas, you'd
Oh,
expect
is
them
it
to
the
take that
Star
clear
Wars
away.
one?
So
No,
both these
it was
teams
like
have
a
had their
pirate
faults,
game,
but
I
they've
think.
had their highs too.
Oh,
Speaking of that, LJ up high against Nolly,
like
JNaps
Skull
in
and
the net,
Bones.
leading
Come
it.
on! Why are we waiting so long?
What a
Nah, it's
connection
unfortunate.
and what a goal.
What a
After that
goal
first
here,
beat is
too.
kinda
I mean, just
Jover. All right,
well
it's fine,
played.
chat.
Game pass, Nolly. You
I don't
see
care about game
JNaps,
ones anyway.
He's just in a
We're good, we're good,
really
we're good.
tough spot.
We're fine,
There's not much
we're
he
fine.
can do. Tries to make contact, but Hoxer again banking the goal here.
With
Space
the
Station
Ailstrom
getting
song
off
in
to
the
a great
trailer.
start.
See,
They're
that
just
feels bad
controlling the
because
field so
I
much
feel like
better
Ailstrom
than
is so much
OG
more
has been able to.
fitted
Even when they try
to
mitigate it, it hasn't been working. Now you're
like
starting to
Sea
see
of
Calm up
Thieves.
front
Like,
here a little
oh,
bit,
calm.
and he may be able to get a play on the ball, but no, denied. LG still have more work to do.
Calm taking
Oh,
over,
bang.
being a bully. We
Oh,
know that
that's
OG
such a
are
good
a
monster.
bit more of a physical team than SSG, and we'll see if that's a factor. I'm seeing people getting shoved in the
Whoa,
corner.
SSG.
Yeah,
Classic
SSG
triple
being
commit.
SSG double
very
commit, getting the
patient.
ball back to OG. JNaps at least plays off that 50 there, but now it's given over to LJ, running out of boost, and this slowly goes away from him. But
What?
now
Nope.
this goes towards the net. What? That's awful.
Any protein.
See LJ go up here again, and Khan trying to get the challenge.
I too am
LJ
eating my
actually
protein.
plays it low,
Good
doesn't
poop
dodge
ball.
into the ball
Good
until
poop.
he touches the ground. That helps the ball
protein
kind
bar.
of get that pitch
Roll
bounce,
up.
and you see defense again caught
It kinda looks like poop,
on
though.
the side of OG.
Kinda. A little bit.
Down by 3 now, a minute to go. Couple of demos off the start. LJ still with the ball. SSG still in front.
All right,
as
boys.
They are showing no signs of
All right,
letting this
boys.
game go.
But what
Lock-
we
wait, can we swear in
appreciate
stream?
about OG is the game plan. Maybe this Hoxer.
No way!
Was there to clean it up
All
at
right.
the end of the day.
SSG
and what a
needs to calm down a
statement
little bit.
Out of SSG to lead this game 1-4, and that game plan of OG. Let's flip to the next page.
No,
That was
pass.
beautiful.
Let's have wait
Great
for
double
2
there from
seconds and
Hoxer.
C9 dies.
LJ was a great pop-up
Yep.
from LJ to set him up when LJ was in the midfield.
Bro, just doing some errands. Be like,
Follow
can't
up
wait
was
to see
clean.
my team at
It just feels
C9
like
in
that
grand finals.
comfortability
That's all
from
they.
Space Station Gaming is there. This is something we wanted to see earlier on against Dignitas yesterday, but we didn't necessarily get too much of it. It was a little bit uncomfortable on the side of Space
Yeah, I will say,
Station Gaming.
it is so
But you can
funny
see
that,
they picked up on that. They're
Prime,
sitting here in Championship
like, Gen
Sunday,
G
and they're showing that they mean
was
business.
SSG's
That one is
match
probably the
rival
only air
every
touch we've
single
seen. The
game.
Hawks are perfect.
Dude,
Make
Bracket
it
Demon, dude.
Finals last split, and now they're like actually getting good matchups, and they're playing well now. Ugh, I hate it. Terrible timing. 0 out of 10.
No,
I mean, in,
big here for
there's, like,
SSG, and
in
yeah, this
different
one-
games, and
yeah,
Smash in
we should start
particular for
looking
me,
at it
where
for
it's
Ben
like,
Temple now, 'cause this one's
there's a
over.
lot of great players who are very
Yeah,
good,
that is relentless
but
out of SSG. 9 shots
always got
to
stopped
2.
by their one
And
bracket
They
demon.
make it look
It's
easy.
like just this one
I think
matchup
OG
that you
have been
can't
trying
get
to
past. Like
start
for
with that
for
step
J-Mook,
one.
it was
Box SSG in their half, take
Hungry
some
Box.
boost,
For
and
you know,
just play off the ball
uh,
and see
I
what
guess
they
like
can
Zane,
set
it was
up.
Mango.
And SSG haven't really
And now
let
for
themselves
us,
get
I
trapped
guess
in that
now it's
moment. They're able to
SSG.
leave their
And for
half
SSG, it was
quite
Genji.
easily.
Yeah, they get out of their half well.
There's I don't know,
also even
rivalry
just
games
able
to a certain extent.
Move around the
slowly
field despite
forming,
being
but
pressured by OG. A couple
Naps
of good demos
Chicago.
coming out from OG, but
This
they
should
didn't
be like
amount
a
to too much.
former
So
friends now turned
even with Khan,
foes
he had
type
those
thing.
3, but he started
Or
off the
rivals
game
at
not
least.
getting
They're not
those.
foes.
Those happen
It's
in
a
the
little
later
strong.
minutes, and they let a little bit of space.
But damn,
as we take a look at the
Space
mobile high
Station
performance
kind
replay,
of they had
SSG took
the
full
tactics
advantage of
unlocked for that
even
one.
the smallest amount of space they were given.
Tournament's got to go to work in this
pops
minute.
this one up. Hoxer wastes no time getting into the air. Again, LJ starting to
Wellerman
play
in the mid.
multiple times throughout this. Ends up getting a goal for a dunk. And
like
then
that
Hoxer,
stuff.
LJ sets up for the dunk.
Boys,
Almost was able to score that. That could have been a top play of the day.
Something.
But SSG, and they are looking good. They're looking good.
All those songs.
Yeah, and from my
OG,
experience of
add us
watching
if you need a
SSG,
sea shanty
they
for
always
your
have strong
esports
starts,
scenes.
but it's how the series progresses from there on out and how they change things up when their opponents start adjusting to them. So
Yeah, I'll
that's
put
what you
LG
gotta
to
watch
shame.
out for with OG. How
We
they
won't use
adapt to
AI.
their
We'll use our
opponents,
natural
'cause
singing
They
voices.
feel like
Yeah.
chameleons. They study their opponents so well, and that's why OG can
Won't
take
get a
down
better
teams that you
baritone.
wouldn't expect them to sometimes.
Yeah, expecting a play style change here for OG. Not
Just imagine an OG winning that out of nowhere. Yeah!
No way! Yeah!
For Noli, bar down and
I feel like they became
in,
Tusken
and
Raiders real quick there.
it's not a play style change, but it is a little bit
Just
aggressive.
immediately.
Noli, what a
Immediate
challenge.
goal. All right,
And
4
OG
seconds.
get
That's the
one
regame. That's how
in the first
fast
4
it
seconds.
takes. That's how fast it can be.
They're trying things off the kickoff. I mean, even last game, they tried to, for some early demos, even one that had 2, and SSG were on the back foot, but it's hard to shake up a team like SSG.
Oh, no.
What a start to break the
Oh,
drive
James, they
streak,
looked
but
at each
here's
other
LJ
like,
for the pinch, but comes
I'm
right
good.
off the backboard, so LJ will be off to the side.
Yeah, my biggest thing right now is just like
SSG's
is so incredibly good on the follows.
Oh, yeah.
Like their 50s and like air dribbles off of like every single player is so good. So I'm like, if we can just like that's why I was like so happy to see that Gen G game, because I'm like, that's exactly how you have to play against a team like Gen G, and therefore, in my opinion, against like everyone, is just get in their face. So it forces them to be like, all right, I'm gonna take a finesse. Oh my god, he's already up, and then you have to like kind of freak out.
That's the
a little
thing is
bit.
like it to the layman, it almost looks like they're double committing on almost like every ball, where it's like they're so aggressively like positioned that you don't even know if like they're able to pull it off. But I think like they just have good comms and reads that they're able to pull off like super aggressive position picks.
And now you can see OG kind of put in a little bit of a tough spot. It's good on Khan to be able to get that clearance because
Movies
it gives
based
some
on
time. But OG has
Disney
to be
ride
careful
had no
because LJ
right to go that
is
hard.
already a
Are we
great
talking about
player
Pirates of the
on ball, but if he
Caribbean?
starts to be able to
Pirates of
set
the Caribbean.
himself
Yeah, by the way, so yeah, I
up
did look it up and like the heave ho hoist the colors. Like that's like from Hans Zimmer and like oh. Okay. No, JNF back off. Yeah.
Yeah, almost a good attempt.
Which I'm like, yeah, that's a song that goes way too hard for its own good. You know that and the Lonely Mountain song from The Hobbit also goes incredibly hard. Oh my god, what a pre-jump.
Lonely Island. I was like, I do not remember that mega song.
Down the field at least, taking the boost, leaving it to Nully.
I wonder how much Lonely Island songs have like held up. I'm not gonna say the one that like everyone is thinking because like I think it's just gross, but there's definitely like quite a few good bangers.
The instrumentality is nice. Maybe not the lyrics.
Yeah. Like I'm on a boat goes hard as fuck. Still, I think.
Open?
Like I think you're kind of obligated to blast that song like now whenever you're on a boat.
And instead, he just takes it completely
just
away.
makes the record.
Goes upfield, takes boost, goes for numbers advantage here.
Nice.
Wow, what a 50. Good pressure.
Chicago almost was able to force that one
Let
into
it
the net.
come.
Hoxer just couldn't get past Noli.
Banger.
He had a great defensive stop there.
Perfect bounce for goalie fueled up.
Oh,
JNAP,
no,
the reset.
air. Oh! Yo, that could have been nasty if it was a guy who was just like 3 years younger.
Yeah, that's the biggest
vision.
issue. Wasn't grandpa over here.
I mean, I do believe that I think besides maybe like 1 or 2 in like the minor regions, I think JNAPS is like the last major player in like top 4 region level not using air roll left. Clash right. But he's still using like
He's using general arrow. Damn.
I believe so, yeah.
Missed, I think, is another one.
Yeah, well, where's he?
That's a bit of a break.
Oh, Let's go.
Through that smoke. This is yet another one that I'm sure we're going to be seeing quite a lot of, where Director Cam is directly behind the player that got demoed. Gen G, a lot of last game was just looking at smoke some games for like a full like 30% of the game because you just could not escape the demos. But yeah, see, like I told you guys, I don't care about game ones. Game ones are for chumps. I say as we won game one last series. But either way, besides that. They are.
Calm weakens SSG, LJ. Someone behind him too.
So I want to ask like Ivan what our summer merch theme is gonna be, because it has to be pirates. That'd be so fucking cool.
Where's my OG rum bottle?
SSG member. Seems like SSG's backline is okay, not letting any open.
Bro, that or like a OG beach ball. Oi,
It's all fine. I'm just gonna
Man,
get
I
my
just saw Khan use 100 boosters trying to rotate back all the way and a minute to go. And the reason I say that is just because
we need an OG pirate themed party at Fort Worth.
Well-known pirate hangout in Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh my God!
No, he cannot. But wait, that ball went midfield. Khan was
Noli right back to left side. Oh yeah. Oh, and Khan right back in. Oh yeah.
The vision. The vision.
Back because we don't need gold.
The vision. The vision. The man is looking into the future.
Khan, it's a great touch. No,
He's
huge.
Oh my God.
LJ. Beautiful.
Whoa. Actually, this.
I was literally like, oh, that's a good.
You didn't believe. You didn't believe.
I did not think he would be able to actually get that 50 that clean. SSG in shambles. Where did it all go wrong?
At game one did not go their way.
The Liverpudlian is massive.
Yes. We'll have a tie series shortly, barring any crazy miracle.
Wait, is Nolly from Liverpool?
I believe so.
Limiting SSG's
Really? Why does he not sound like the Beatles?
options on how
That's what we always have to ask.
Oh my God, Nolly! Holy crap! Relax.
OG, but not giving up anything to SSG.
Don't say that, Jen. We're gonna ruin our clean sheet. Just kidding. We're so good. Oh, just kidding.
Yeah,
again.
we're doing
Still
it. We're doing it.
Nah,
We're
just kidding again.
SSG didn't play super
He looks like the Beatles.
He
If
looks
had,
like the
more,
Beatles?
Straight hair, maybe. He's
Need-
got,
he needs a bowl
messy,
cut.
modern haircut.
Yeah, he needs a bowl cut. Like a clean bowl cut.
He looks like the Beatles from forehead down. It's just like everything here down, it's the Beatles. But everything here up, it's One Direction.
The rest
OG
of it was just
hairstyles.
SSG trying to force an error.
Bro, someone
them not being able to
someone made a thread on the Reddit to say I can't take it anymore with M80.
I mean, it's gotta be tough to be an AJ fan, or even just Joyce would ask. We watch that team just clap all of NA, only to
Bro,
evaporate.
We were literally talking about it like on the cast, I believe on during Swiss. It was like, yeah, dude, like these guys are gonna dominate, you know, 3-0 Swiss, whatever. Surely,
Yeah.
surely nothing goes wrong, right? Like surely.
It's 2 p.m. now, but yeah, I remember that, where we were like, wow, that's crazy. They 3-0'd Gen G to get into this top 8. Man, all that just to go out first round. Just hard cut to Curb Your Enthusiasm music, with them losing 4-2. Just like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tough one. We talked about that a lot on the stream yesterday with that meeting.
Oh, let's go! Nolly is the best player in the fucking world!
Specifically in the first 10 seconds of a game. Oh my goodness. Off the kickoff again. SSG, you gotta hit the training packs over there. That musty pre-flip training.
Wait, Taco, can I swear I should probably...
I mean, I guess this is like a regular watch party. I feel like we should probably ramp it down a little bit, but...
fair enough.
They're just letting in these goals in so early, and it's been putting them in tough spots.
Just know that OG get loud too. When things start going their way, the energy carries them in the best of ways.
Yeah, we do.
Now
Don't we, chat? OG gets loud.
Right on his tail. And SSG.
I'm sure my mic is peaking at some points. Probably.
Yeah, it's a little loud, but I'll monitor you.
Even be able to take it up high and maybe set up Nolly is getting. Can't let OG get away with too much there. SSG cannot be bystanders.
My wife and kids thinks I'm nuts. Welcome into the party.
Two on SSG's side to get really much done in that moment.
They're starting to see things slow down just here a little bit. OG making sure that they play the ball well, not give up too much, and
Get the
even
boost
things that are pretty spaced out. Look at that
let's
double
see, get the
commit on
bump,
the
yes.
side of SSG, but
LG's got nothing.
don't commit to the midfield.
Oh,
They
that's a bad
spread
touch
out
from
a little
Calm,
bit.
though.
But no, that's a
Oh
big
my
demo.
God,
That
Calm
could've
is
set up a
nothing.
lane, but it's good for Calm to be able to clear it out.
know he has
So now
enough
they're starting
to
see
get that
space
next
issue,
one.
recognize when
Alright, I
OG
don't
are
have
giving
the
them
challenge.
Just
space,
spawned.
and then they're trying to take advantage of their field
Oh, no.
position.
Oh, pass.
Hoxer.
Yeah, that
Chase
was too
goes
off.
in.
Thought he would still be able to reach that.
LJ to Hoxer.
We're
SSG
playing with the food back there, and a little bit. Really good fit. That's I gotta say that's the worst possible bounce ever. Like,
Yeah.
like that challenge in Chicago's fine, but that hit the exact point of the quarter where it didn't roll or bounce out. It just went perfectly like upward. You see J-Dubs literally freeze because he's like, wait, what?
And even on SSG's defense, starting to utilize more demos to relieve that
Oh, red kick off
pressure,
again.
make it easier to read what OG's plans are. But
Should the
Hoxer, can you
RLCS,
keep up with
Gen
him?
G and OG redo their
JNAPS
series in case
at
it was a
least will
big
slow it
fluke?
down
Oh,
and
that's like my
stifle this.
favorite coffee
LJ will
boss.
take over and really catch it his way. Don't
Oh, no.
It's an own goal.
It's an own goal.
Wait, is it?
Boys?
What? There wasn't even, Chicago didn't even look too threatening there.
I think Comm had no
I guess
boost, so
he
he's
thought
trying to call for
Chicago was
help, but then
gonna
he
go,
still
but
stayed
Chicago's
with it
way
anyway.
on top.
And so
yeah.
Jack's trying to get
Trying
around
cut
it.
out,
Wow.
and that is rough.
We're just gonna
Awkward.
skip past that. Skip replay, please.
Yeah.
That hurts. But I feel like OG
Yeah, it does.
better at shaking
That's
off
okay. We
silly
gotta.
mistakes like that.
Wow, fine.
Not
Drag
even
race.
say, but just
Oh,
moments
okay.
where
Just-
it happens.
Wow,
Happens
good
to
read
the
from
best of
Hoxer.
us. But SSG want more than that. Gotta be
Boost,
careful when
thank
Hoxer
you.
goes up high with
But-
the ball. And even LJ with the demo, he doesn't get the corner boost, so he can't be involved in the play as much anymore.
Calm is like, I don't know if you're
That wasn't a
seeing, but
great
like
touch
Calm
from
is rotating
Calm,
so
there's
aggressively on
Chicago
offense.
stepping up, playing the bounce
I mean, it's what he was doing
against Nelly.
yesterday. There's a lot of like
That's a lead.
cutting across. Like
Run
sometimes
for
he just
SSG.
would not leave. He would just like kind of chase them down.
It's just
Well, it's just a lot
about
like he's
SSG.
going on
Look at that
vacation in the
physicality
back
has
half.
really
He's like,
ramped
yeah, let
up
me just
here
like, you know,
over the course of
collect the
this
milk
game.
and
LJ with space. LJ with the shot.
yeah.
LJ with
wow.
the goal.
My God.
That was a dime.
God, this is getting.
Yeah, that's a poor Noli. He had to kind of get into that, but I think as he flipped into that, he realized he hit it too far. So unfortunately, kind of like passed in the middle there.
That was a great slot too, though. That was gonna be a tough one to
Yeah,
save.
yeah, LJ.
SSG.
Yeah.
Composed.
By the way, where's
Gotta
player
watch these
cams?
kickoffs out of OG
Yeah, I've
too.
noticed that they've like completely done away with that on the sides.
I like player cams. Why-
They'll only cut to them
Offensive
after the
warlord
players
you didn't
calm
expect
down,
in
which
the
is like my
last
least
qualifier,
favorite thing
but
of all time.
Whatever.
I
you get to
love
do to
like
position
player
to
cams.
give
You get the
yourself
whole
a
team
passing
reaction on
option.
stuff. Like,
But they have them
Now,
queued
Hoxer,
up
it's time
because
for
it's in the
SSG to
replay
make those
package.
connections.
So they're
No
definitely
team
like
will
running a
have to be faster
queue.
to keep up.
But for some reason, whenever
How
they're
is
like
OG gonna be
actually
able to kind of
in game, they will
adjust
never
here?
cut to like the
Again, I
three
think the biggest thing right
cam
now
on the
is the
side.
space as a factor.
Which I feel like is a really
Letting
missed opportunity. One of my
SSG get
favorite
so
things is when
far
someone scores
forward
a
before they
banger or
start
an
actually
OT goal, and you
changing
just see
the
everyone in
ball.
the
They get a big
cams
effort
like
change to midfield.
Yeah, they go
silently like,
crazy.
To work really well.
Frothing
Nice
at the
little fake
mouth.
challenge from Calm initially, and he seals
They do in
the boost there.
CS too, and
Force
that's
a
like
fake out,
creates
and
some
Noah's also
great
playing
moments.
aggressive
Oh
too,
my
so
god,
they're starting to
Jane, that's
switch things
nice.
up. They need to.
Oh,
They're down by two,
kinda need that.
and 2 minutes to go. And even there, that pass play that Calm wants to get to Noli, since he doesn't have any boost, he can't do anything. So now
Oh
they gotta
yeah,
go back.
boost. Bit awkward.
It's so tough for
Is that who are you rooting for? I'm rooting for Station. Benjamin, you really need to read the title of the stream.
You really need to see what we're wearing right now.
Wearing OG merch. It's literally called the OG Watch Party. We have the OG logo on the bottom right, and you're like, so are you like a neutral fan or?
You know. LJ, that's oh my god.
LJ can literally only score top corner.
LJ has been
Even on the
just a
deflection.
menace all up and down the field, but now look at him.
Literally
Goes
can do
downfield,
no
just doing
wrong.
some boost,
Gosh.
comes up, stuns the OG defense.
Yeah, when
and
Space
makes a
Station does well, they're doing like really
big
well, but I feel like we
goal
kind of
here.
beat ourselves this
This
game.
one could swing the
It's not
series
nearly as
around.
bad as last series, but there's still a lot of goals where I'm like, that didn't need to happen.
As even with
Yeah,
OG, kind of giving them a taste of their own medicine with a strong scoreline finish in game 2. SSG shake things off and get back in the driver's seat.
Just gotta shake things off.
Check it off.
Single limb to
Check it
overtime.
off. Uh-oh.
It's fine, just another minute to talk it over.
Hoxer gets the 5th one for SSG.
This is
Poor
almost
J-Naps.
similar to the
Noli and
LJ
Calm
goal.
have both
The last
100
one we
boosts,
saw.
and the only
Still
person who can
corner
go for the
boost,
ball is
stay in
J-Naps
their
with
half,
0 boost.
Take the pass, score
Yeah, that
the
was just
shot.
a highly unfortunate
What a performance
positioning.
here. LJ has 3. Hoxer has 2. Chicago has 2 assists. Hoxer
I like
2
Space
assists
Station's a
as
good
well.
amount for Rocket League and
Fully
R6, which is why Space is my favorite, but I'll
machine
root for
here.
OG
Outside of
Sports as
Space
long as
Station
they're not
gaming, it
playing
just
Space
feels like they have
Station.
OG
Okay,
right
you know
by
what?
the book.
Fair. I respect that fandom.
Oh man, SSG have so much freedom on this ball.
Aren't SSG like goated in
But
R6
at least
too?
Calm was ready to send it right back where it came from. No harassment towards SSG.
Admittedly, I do not know a lot about R6.
Oh,
so easy.
Now we'll pop it up, drop it with the double, and LJ saves
Rainbow
at the
Six, my
last
favorite
second.
Rainbow.
Almost to find the rebound. Now JNAP stepping up too. OG still trying to organize and unite this offense. And, well, the midfield being pushed there by SSG. The drop down from LJ.
I kind of wanted that to go in just to be like, wow, good goal.
To the side.
Interesting
SSG
one.
feel like they're manipulating this game. They're deciding what happens.
When SSG, both games, when SSG's had the lead, it looks like it's free play for them.
Rainbow
It
4.
feels like OG just
I was a
doesn't
beta
have enough
Rainbow
of a defense
user.
to be able to stand up against it, and it just comes down to execution. Because
This is going to be like a
everybody on OG
tactics,
is in a solid spot
a tactics
positionally,
off
and Noah's
for,
appearance have been
I feel like Chrome
consistently
and
good
Torment.
all
Just trying to go
series
back and
long,
forth,
making
being like,
plays
how do we
that.
counter these?
But it
There's one.
just is not enough. SSG defense still holding
That's
on,
rude.
still blocking
Okay,
everything
well,
down
rude.
the ground.
Yeah, that's just disrespectful.
5-1 score
Need a
line
timeout.
in
They look pretty
game
out of sync.
3.
I don't know if I take it yet,
Space
but
Station Gaming
I could feel,
literally in
I could
space
see
here 'cause they have
potentially.
grounded OG after the game.
Because the two losses combined are like
and it feels like they gotta go back
9-2,
to the drawing board
I think,
because
for
nothing OG was
OG
doing
and Space Station.
got
Not to mention 5 unanswered
any
is
sort
not
of
a
merit.
deal.
SSG just read them the entire way.
And it's been so back and forth when OG just came out.
Because the thing is, like,
with a
game 1
shutout
was a
in
pretty
game
bad
2,
loss, but then the
3-0,
very next game they played
and then
fine.
this
And then
happens.
game 3
Like,
is a pretty bad loss, so it's kind of like, is it really going to be like that big of a pendulum?
To download the series and download what they needed to do, to play queued off kickoffs, to surprise SSG, to go for demos on
That own
LJ
goal
off
honestly
ball.
probably tilted them.
Now OG don't really
I would
get
not be
anything
surprised
going.
if that
I
like
don't think
tilted
it's
them a lot.
one
It's like, wow, what
player's fault. It's
a
even
irritating
though
way
he's
to
still
get
playing
scored
well
on.
to
I mean,
similar to what he
either
did
tilted them a
last
lot
game.
or they kind of write it
SSG
off.
don't really look
It's like,
challenged.
yeah, we kind of messed that one
Now
up.
we get into this
We'll
position
just-
here.
Yeah, some of
with
those games
OG
are like sometimes I feel like
left and
mentally
right here.
comforting.
We don't get a timeout from them even after that one, so they're gonna continue to play on. We go
Yeah,
into
so no
Utopia Now
timeout.
it's like just
Confirmed
again.
by
I feel like the biggest thing right now is
Daz.
spacing here. The OG initially we saw it a little bit when the game started, just kind of playing
Longest
a
time I
little
thought that
bit
Eamon
further
was just
back.
clasping hands in front of you like a
SSG says,
bouncer.
okay, we'll take that.
Oh,
We'll
like
give some
this.
bumps and demos. We'll
The
take all your
handshake
boosts.
Evo.
We'll pass it to each
Kinda
other
hard
in
to know
transition.
the lack
You're
of
gonna have to have your
definition.
head on a swivel if you're playing against us. So maybe you probably shouldn't give us
Alrighty.
this much space. We'll see if OG learned their lesson or not.
It's
as we
time,
get
boys.
this game underway.
Lock in
2-1 series.
Lock in
for
like
SSG.
a chest.
Already early pressure
with a
there
fat
from
lock.
Chicago. But J-Naps against Hawkster on the back.
And
wall.
other
Bomb
lock-related
demos, LJ in the net.
things.
And
Both Chicago,
bolts,
but who's on the
like,
ball? Nolly, at
bag
least with the
bolts
50
and
that
stuff.
goes towards the net. But J-Naps did everything he could to free that space up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
Just
Com, you
wasn't
probably go
someone
again for that. He was like
there
looking
to
at it
take
like,
the shot.
maybe.
It's not over yet for OG. Com will take the corner boost and see if they can keep
Gonna have your stream on the other monitor so I can read chat.
Better, more quality opportunities for OG until Chicago uses everything he
Buy
can
all
to
your
go up
esports
high,
merch stuff
go
again?
above and
Ew,
beyond.
gross. Great read.
Physically, metaphorically, but a
Oh,
great
good
touch
reach
from
in
J-Naps.
apps. Get
Ball
another
to
touch.
goal, line
Oh
to
my
save
god.
How we don't have a
What?
second on that yet was
No, it's
beyond
because
me.
they double committed.
What a bump here.
So J-Naps went up,
again.
and then,
You think
yeah,
he's out
Calm
the
went up
play,
to try and
jumps
clean
off
it
the
for him,
back
but
wall.
they
That
didn't
just
call
feels
him
like-
the second touch.
It feels like
And
too late of
Chicago,
comms. I guarantee
full
Com tried to
faith,
call him off
trusting
as
his
JS is too
teammates to
late
get
to get
that
out of the way.
Yeah.
So he's like, I guess I'll just carry it one more time.
I think it was like
SSG,
fishing for
even
like
if
the
you're on
50
top
off
of
the
ball,
challenge
they
from
will knock
LJ,
you
but
out
LJ's
of the
too
way. That
freaking
defense was
good,
strong
so.
on the side of OG, and it did not matter.
Gotta give credit to Chicago. Everyone's trying to block the initial shot out of LJ or Hawks or whatever it is, and Chicago, that second man that pushes up to tap it in, find those gaps is
Oh, yeah.
incredible. Now, we'll have to leave this. Calm was trying to move
I
down
can't remember.
the
Did
field.
last series we
Nolly can't
got
really
swept,
assist
or was
with
it
that.
4-1?
Now they're making
4-1. We
backwards
won game 1
progress.
3-2, and then
Small
after
touches
that
don't
it
let
was
SSG
kind of
get
just like
away with too
SSG
much.
reaping
Now
off of our
LJ's
mistakes.
missing. OG are going
Like
back
that
to
was
the
why
gameplay
that
from
series was so
before.
frustrating me because it was
Going
literally
for
just like I was like
demos.
missing
See if
aerials.
you
Like
can
straight like the
reorganize
entire
SSG.
series was just missing aerials
But
and
now
like
J-Naps,
taking
okay,
50s and
with the
losing
50s
them like 90
towards the
10s,
net,
and it's just
but
like, man, we just can't do
there's that
anything. So I was like,
lethality.
it's fine, that doesn't happen
Calm
again.
in the
And this game,
midfield,
honestly, we
Mel
are
can't
looking a
get
little
much
cleaner, but there are the
progress either.
occasional
Now
moments where I'm
SSG,
just
they're
like,
the
that
ones
wasn't
knocking
happening
at this
yesterday.
door, and LJ with the demo and takes the boost. At least it's
So I'm
traded
not gonna
out.
blame it on like,
Possible
oh, we're not doing
J-Naps
well. Like the
almost gets
SSG's
the
doing very well to
calm.
keep us weird, but
OG, barely
like
stable.
gotta get out of our
They're
own
definitely
way.
not. They're not
Right
taking
now,
baits.
just
That's
back
for sure.
again,
Like they're
back
not
on
like
defense once again.
actively just being
Looking for
dumb
a
with their
way out.
challenges.
And they haven't really been able to yield too much results here. Again, more demos. Chicago going off the ceiling. Does get a follow-up touch. And defense is
okay,
awkward.
cool. So
but the
like,
shot
please
isn't
don't
good enough.
guide that in.
Now you're gonna start seeing the
That's
transition
fine.
play. And this one, Chicago will be a little late back, so has to watch this one. Whoa,
Imagine.
51
What?
seconds.
Okay.
Imagine
Alright,
if that went
alright.
straight in. I'll take the
OG's
follow-up.
in the house, and they come
Wow.
up
Look
big.
at the team play dunk.
Getting all of OG here.
Hell yeah.
And not, I guess, is what it's
The
going
only
to
kind of double
to
commit I'm
score
a fan of.
against SSG. Not just one bully, but the whole
Hold
squad
on, I gotta get some
coming
props.
at them. We have a tie game 1-1 going into the second half shortly. OG need everything they can get.
I guarantee
It
that
feels
prop is a
impossible
Canadian
to
flag.
score. Now LJ can at least
No!
be the spark plug, and he pushes J-Dubs, and it makes this so easy for someone like Chicago.
It's because Seb left.
And he's off
Because
ball plays
Seb
from
left the
SSG.
call, all right?
LJ being able to just disrupt, knocks J-Naps out the way, big toodaloo there, and then Chicago able to find the angle before the defense
Not like
can
this.
react. The biggest thing here about Space Station Gaming is the fact that they aren't getting that much room
now.
with some of these plays.
That's a
and they're
horrible
still
time.
Converting. It just goes to show
Nope.
the reaction is great.
Doesn't
But
matter.
hold on.
Comms 2's demon.
OG
All right,
is
we're
not
back, we're
done
back, we're
yet.
back.
See, you
Right
come,
off the
you
kickoff,
leave, we
they
get
maintain
scored
that
on, we
possession.
come back.
You see
Oh, I
J-Naps
was
playing
lied. I
close.
lied to Chad. I was like, I
Gives it
guarantee
over
the
to
prop
Tom,
is a
and then
Canadian
Tom
flag,
gets
but no, it's
just
different. It's a
enough room where
Canadian.
He gets a flick
Look
past
at
two
that.
defenders. We are
Look at
back
that.
tied up, even
From the
after
official
SSG
merch
worked
store
so
of
hard to
Canada.
take the lead.
Yeah.
Some ground floor
Canadian
opportunity
Esports.
right there. Of
Canada
OG going
Esports.
back to slowing down the play.
I was gonna say
But-
Canuck, but I was like, actually,
Real
Canucks are
OG
like a
have
real.
kept this close. What's up?
Yeah, the Canucks are a
LJ,
hockey team
off
in
the kickoff at least. He's got 44
Vancouver.
points now. We're halfway through this game, and LJ's sitting at 44. And I don't like. It just kind of goes to show you how he's just not really playing
All
too
pass,
much
J-Naps.
about, like,
Get
on
there,
ball,
get there.
just
Okay, he's
using
baiting,
his
he's baiting, he's
presence.
baiting.
It's
But
kinda
All that
throwing
matters is
things
that
off.
Con got that
Still
boost steal in the back
a pretty
corner.
low number
That's
considering
good,
the next
yeah.
lowest
And a demo.
Hawks are 204.
Oh, and a demo.
And a
Now we
reset.
gotta see
And
if
top
that
quarter.
is gonna be a
Oh.
difference maker in this game or not. You got 2 minutes to go. It's all tied up.
It's two really
See,
selfless
look at that,
teams.
dude.
That's why
Look how
you
much
can
they're
even
just
point out
following up on each other in
one-
transition. That's
One
crazy.
MVP on OG or SSG side, they really all help each other out and bail each other out when things go bad too. Chicago needs a few follow-up touches.
Canada
The
merch
Jets
store is
can
just the
get
Toronto
a full
airport.
stop on
True.
that field. These Tom will try and get it above Hawkster. It's not easy for OG to really ramp up the speed.
Yeah, there's actually so much, like, if you go to the Pearson Airport, there's just like a store just filled with random Canada stuff.
Yeah, I like that.
Like maple
Tom is
syrup,
being as
like
active as he
shirts,
can.
hats,
Not only
whatever.
demo, though, it's up to J-Naps. Chicago gets it his way. So possession is something hard to keep for OG.
Starting to see.
Hey, someone get in there.
It's a
Someone
working game.
please.
I would
beg.
love-
Okay, was about
I
to
would
say, like,
love
if they
if
actually
someone
just let
actually
that
just
walk all
touched
the way
the ball.
back.
To try to set up
I
Space
almost cried.
Station. He's done it
Good job,
2
Tom.
Pigeon
times
watching.
now. This game, you would think he should be
Waiting for the
credited for an
bird.
assist for both the way that they were so impactful.
Yeah, let's calm down with the
But now
free
minutes
Chicago
go,
into another reset.
SSG, Chicago moving upfield, trying
Dude,
to see if he can
look how
disrupt.
freaking
Got
early
everybody
Chicago's
jumping,
going
which
in
got
for
LJ
these.
some space to get his first shot of the game, and Chicago's back again looking for another challenging shot.
Okay, thank you,
J-Naps will
J-Naps.
make
Nolly
the
was
save
playing
out. Chicago's
super
got
hard.
5 shots this game,
Way
as
up.
he's been all on the ball whenever there's a scoring opportunity.
I love the
OG
meme
have
right now for like the
6
Rocket
saves so
Rocket League
far.
channel where like
Had
someone
the
will
hold
raid
of
with like one
everything
viewer
as she is
and it's
thrown
like
at
W
them.
raid.
Yeah, that is the best
retaliation?
RL chat
How do you
tradition.
keep possession?
RL chat's usually rancid, but
That's when
I
Tom that is
especially like
trying to
that.
set them up to take those baby steps towards the orange half, but they get sent back, they get tripped up, they get kicked in the teeth.
Yeah, J-Naps
But
lost
it's
it.
still
Oh,
a
good
tie
try.
game, and it's still
I
anyone's chance.
I don't mind it. No.
Take
Bring those classic
SSG
mechs over.
the lead
That's not a good bounce.
To series point. Oh, Chicago swinging for the fences. But
I
down
was
low,
like-
not on target. 10
Okay.
seconds left. And
Come
we're
on,
in the
boys.
orange
Come on, boys.
half.
Last few
OG
seconds.
Don't need
Last
to bite in.
possession. Don't give it to him
drive
much.
with LJ, who just steals it away. OG needed
Okay,
to
it's
ride
fine.
that
Okay.
momentum.
Alright.
Okay.
It's in
Alright. Alright.
overtime.
All right.
Lock in.
OG need to
Off
get a win
kickoff
here
almost.
in order
Oh my
to tie up
God.
the series. They go down to match point. It's a very steep climb. Just trying to take
Yo,
down
W
Space
raid,
Station
WOT.
Gaming. Remember, winner of
Who's your
this
favorite
has
on
G2
OG?
next.
Oh, I
So we'll see.
very much enjoy
Ooh,
J-Naps.
is it the
He's
for who's in
Ace
position
Wonder.
to take that win?
As a dude who plays a lot of Rocket League and is getting older and older, it's very nice to see someone
OG
be
Making
the
them
oldest
have
player
to
in
look
NA and still
both
be
ways before
arguably
crossing
like
the
the
road.
best player on his squad
SSG
in
with
terms
some
of like
possession.
leading
J-Naps have been
offense.
trying to scramble that, but he's not getting these obvious challenge wins to net his team the ball. But OG will
Already?
fight
Oh,
tooth and
wait,
nail
wait.
if they
Okay,
need
calm.
to.
Oh, he's not paying.
J-Naps
Wait a
crashes
minute.
into
Okay,
three,
this.
but the-
Force him to
Oh
be
my goodness.
awkward.
Let's go!
Someone get there. Let's
Down
go.
low shot. OG with No T!
Look at Noli here, pulling
The persistence. Look at that 50 from Noli though. Wow, that's a slap and a half.
Just keep coming.
Get in there.
That lower 90 was actually like the exact place you needed to put that too.
Who's
so sweaty.
Okay, I feel like he was probably just taking a 50, but I'll take that. Whatever. I mean, Space Station, they're so incredibly good. If we can get, we got our second goal, we got our second game. Now we just got to get into the comfort of the series. That looked a lot better, where Space Station still looked pretty dangerous, but we were like hanging in there. Outside of this play, I would say it was like pretty nice. I was happy with it. Gonna eat more of this chicken farm.
Man, OG clutched up.
Yeah, definitely well done there on the side of OG to be able to hold on defensively. Take a look at the highlights, and again, you know, we had highlighted.
Yo, Red Navy, are you watching this in church again?
But his impact was still felt on the team, even though it wasn't defensively with getting saves in the net. It was offensively with setting up SSG for both the goals that they had scored. So. Again, if you get, if you could get points with
Bucks and demos church with me today, we're good. There it is.
A lot more in that aspect.
If we have God on our side, who's with there? Who's with them?
With a strong performance area in overtime, especially from Noli just being able to create that space. This series
Hit my tooth at the bar last night. Let's go. Let's go. Good luck.
Oh, dude.
Good luck, tooth chip. Keep up.
Just a strong-sided wins initially to a very tight overtime.
Hockey player meme.
But now,
James Franco news.
A chance to
First
swing the
time.
series in OG's favor. Whoever wins this one puts us on match
right, boys.
point. Lock in. We're in Aqua.
It's for the lead. It's for the lead.
It feels like SSG had better backup plans when the offense went awry.
Quiet, Jen. SSG is mid and cringe.
Saves, but what can Hoxer put up? Crashing.
SSG or Zoomer Esports. Real Boomer Esports.
That's the type of pace. If OG can pick that up.
Yo, Loki, that'd be a lit tweet for the socials. It's like snowmen versus us. Zoomer
Oh my
versus
God.
Boomer matchup.
Decides to put it off to the side, especially with two jumping out of SSG. Chicago to
Yeah, not a huge fan of that.
Defenders and painting the back of the net.
What a transition here. Chicago with that great touch
Chicago had a
forward.
great drag
Look
on
at
that.
Hoxer
That's so
playing
well
the
done.
bounce, not necessarily going for a shot. And the defense has to make a quick
I was not
decision
ready for how
because you
big
got two
hockey
players
is in
from
Germany.
SSG
Hockey is
punching straight
actually
through to your
massive in
net.
Germany.
And they ain't giving up
It's
until
so
they get a
weird
goal.
too because like internationally they tend to be just okay. Like I don't think they're past the Scandinavian teams, but they're definitely up there. Obviously, like they're not past, you know, at least consistently, not past Canada or America or Russia yet, but they're like pretty good. They're getting better. They're bringing in more players in the NHL. So.
Halfway in the midfield, the ball is stalled. At least Khan will be the first one to jump on this, and that's what I wanted out of OG. More backup plans, more support out of the second man. Now this comes down. Good touch by Khan, making sure SSG don't get that free shot. OG,
Hey, Giovanni.
press on.
Their demo's going on during church loudly for about 4 seconds so you can mute.
Let LJ get the clear. Now the back
No!
No, that should have been red. That
Look at
was
this
just
stuff.
no backboard.
Good turn here from Hoxer, moving up field.
That was just, we got caught in the weird movement there. Noli was moving forward, but they're too far back. Calm was moving back because they were too far forward, and then the ball gets put like right in that pocket that they just left.
Yeah, I think Noli thought, yeah, maybe I can go for the challenge to like slow it down, but there was just way too much sauce on it at that point. Not much, no fault, no fault.
Calm's not allowed to play the
OG
game.
goes old guard, maybe in terms of like the players, to a certain extent.
We haven't, by the
brand
way,
new org.
we haven't seen OG go for any of their kickoffs yet.
Honestly, I didn't see it that much yesterday even.
Quicker now, especially with JNAP circling them like a shark.
I wonder if they're just kind of forgetting about it.
JNAP wants to come from behind, and Noli presses forward, but they get nothing
That's a
out of that
boost.
two-man
That's gonna
commitment.
suck.
And the
That's
2v1,
gonna suck.
SSG,
I very much want OG to just take a deep breath because it is 3 minutes remaining and we are really freaking out here. All right, this is going back to Series 1. Not a huge fan of this. Honestly, it's amazing how much little space station's actually trying to challenge. They're just like hanging around almost like in a fake challenge range, and we're just kind of like slapping it away, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Noli flipped into that. I really thought he would try to air dribble for 50 or
There you
something.
go. 3-goal lead for Space Station again, but they didn't really have to work too hard for it. And they
Guys.
almost got another one.
No, that was fine. Yeah. He said to turn around.
OG defense, like the last 2 goals. Even
Booing his. I mean, it's not necessarily a boo thing. It's more so just like
option for a save.
sigh. Like, come on, guys.
Punishing.
This is what happened last time.
Scrambling
It was just
OG
mistakes.
team. But now
Nice
with the
flick.
demo, the 302, and only with the soft touch straight right, Chicago still low, able to make the block. Now Chicago and LJ passing back
Casey
and forth.
lost
Noli gets the
a
demo from behind.
sub.
That's huge. Chicago will hold salvage. Hawks are stepping
Hold on.
stepping
You
up
keep
as the
watching. Let me
second
check
man.
Europe.
Hoping to just tip this above Nully. But now with backup for OG.
Casey has to qualify for lowers now.
Wow, yeah. No, they didn't qualify.
There's no shot Casey. There's no shot
did
Casey
not
Core did not
qualify.
qualify for regional.
They lost to top Cougars.
There's no Twitter's being lit on fire right now. I
A
can't.
lot of challenges out in the midfield now,
That's-
and they want to try to make extra plays.
Okay, people
to
cannot
see if they
complain
can
about
throw off
NA
Space
lack
Station
of
Gaming,
or
but they haven't
NA
really done
inconsistency
too much
now.
to really put Space
All right, I need
Station
everyone to
Gaming in a
shut
bad
up.
spot. This demo
Tom,
now
goal?
sets up a big lane, and Khan tried to get the shot. He demoed Hoxer. Hoxer respawned in the right spot and was able to make the challenge on the play, keeping this a 3-goal game as it goes all the way back downfield, and LJ almost put the 4th one in.
Oh, but
All right,
OG
Nolly, redirect.
to get on the
Pulse
board,
one.
and there's just not a
No.
lot of time left. And
No.
now everyone's
I like
playing
this.
bumper cars here in this corner. And SSG, the race is on. How do you slow them down, Calm? At least with the touch off the backboard. Gets it to Hoxer.
We still have not used our timeout, so I have to imagine this is the one. Every single SSG win is like a massive win. Like, I don't mind losing by 1, but like, ew. First 2 goals set the mood. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm so confused. Like, they looked so composed yesterday, and then today, like, SSG, I mean, granted, they're very good. Any good team makes you very uncomfortable. Okay, there's one. But it's just weird to watch them, like, make, not mistakes, but you're just watching them, like, rush a lot of plays. And it's like, this feels strange that they're, like, in their head almost.
Able to just roll that one in, taking the numbers advantage and then cutting off the space.
So top Cougars is Acro relating wave and CMAS. They beat Carmine Corp in a best of 5, and then Carmine lost to in a best of 5 uppers. So they just didn't qualify for regional.
That's
What can you?
wow.
That is psychotic.
Keep in mind, chat, last regional was the first time Vatira ever has missed a main event championship Sunday in EU for the past like 28 events. And now the very next regional, he doesn't even qualify for main event. What a flaw. Wow.
Shoving Nolly, Chicago realizes this
More like
well
L
to keep OG
France in shambles.
stuck here. 34 seconds, precious seconds going by.
To England, it's your time.
For OG to come back.
Time to step
Based on
up.
how this offense has developed, it's gonna take forever.
I don't want to
They
game
used to a small team last quals. I think they did qualify through lowers. Yeah, the writing is on the wall, I guess.
See if they can set something up. Meanwhile, Space Station Gaming perfectly okay. They got a 2-goal lead. They know it's the final minute. You just play the 50s out. You play the time. You don't even need to try to score. You just run out the clock. OG could not force the issue here.
This has got to be the timeout. I feel like we just need to take a deep breath and then grab one for the road. What rank you right now? We're chilling at high 17s right now.
5 more minutes
Maybe.
could separate Space
I don't remember
Station
where we
Gaming
ended
for
this
another
one.
shot at G2, but only this time it'll be in the grand finals.
And there's just a couple slip-ups from OG's defense. Like, they know how to stretch and push SSG to the brink.
Yeah, we do
to
need a
that
TO
distance.
right now. I
That's why
think
they
it's,
went to
I would,
OG before. So OG
yeah,
had to
like,
take
it's
this
kind of
time
wild
out
that
to relax and assess that defense.
this stuff
So
is
there's, like, 1 or 2 open
going
nets
down.
where SSG,
I do feel like
they really
SSG
have to
feels like the
try
hard
too
counter
hard,
to our
feed the
playstyle.
ball
Like,
to
we can beat,
Hoxer,
like,
hit
I
the bumps,
strongly
whatever it
believe we
is.
can take on, like,
And
most
SSG,
teams in
that
NA,
offense
but
is what's
I don't know,
materializing.
something about SSG just gets us a little weirded out.
They just, I don't know why, like, it feels we just make so many more mistakes against SSG than, like, literally every other team.
Yeah, I had so few notes watching Gen G last night, yesterday.
OG only had 2 shots that game. And they
There's Fantasy Football. Is there Fantasy RL? Yes, fanrl.com. That is made by Big Fan RL in Twitter.
Yep.
He maintains that website, and I gotta say, it's a really well-made website. It is
Pretty
like
great.
a really
Yeah,
well-made
I
website.
like it a lot.
It's all him
wish I had
too.
more
I don't
time
think
to
he
use
has
it,
like a
but-
staff. It's like a really clean website with a cool system and like salary and points making thing. You can draft players in any region, which is kind of a cheat code. Because you can just draft like one of those SSA EU players who are putting up like 2 goals a game. But yeah, anyway.
Very simple. Yeah, 1 open net.
Yeah, there we go.
What I meant to say is 1 open back.
All right.
And you just can't let that happen.
New Tokyo, historically, we got it,
Had
but-
the game plan. They haven't let this.
Yeah, it is weird to watch, like, Gen G, like, they were playing at a trillion miles an hour, and yet, like, we just, like, locked TF in, like, by game 3, and we were just, like, taking great 50s, rotations were solid, no doubles, while crowd is really screwed up. Why are there so many, like, awkward
What's
looking
being
orbs
talked
in there?
about in this timeout?
I don't know, man. I think Radiation hit Neo Tokyo. You know, that's probably not the best.
Whoa, Sev. Wow. Wow.
Sometimes where the Tom will pick up a demo and then Hoxer will be.
I think Bob's Ramen just hypnotized everyone. No, it's like
that part hasn't really worked out for them
like a
either.
Lovecraftian horror kind of thing where everyone just spirals out of control.
Really, that second man
Potentially, I mean, you just see like all these like warped. Oh, I can't point them out. But like, yeah, there's like all these like warped people in the stands where like the orbs are like rotated and like inverted and very much like spliced. So yeah, I don't know what's happened there, but at least yeah, regarding OG and GG WKR, yeah, that was an insane series, which is why it's like irritating me a little bit that OG is like not struggling. I mean, Space Station's good. It's just the way we're giving up some of these goals. Like I know, I just hope this timeout was half like talking about tactics and reminding of the objective, and half like, hey guys, let's take a deep breath. Like let's just chill and remind ourselves that we're doing a great job. It's all fine. I will say, Cloud9 in the grand finals is still great. And we got great points out of this regional already. Everything after this is just gravy, especially since Space Station like already was probably another one of those major teams.
They just have better 50s, and it's just they can have so many more
Lock
shots.
in.
That's why OG
Oh, yeah.
had what, like 2 shots going into the second half?
Bro.
Like why? Like oh my god, man.
Look at Chicago here. Great positioning.
I mean, it's a great 50 by Chicago. It's just tough that we're like all moving up at the exact same time there.
Space for the shot to come through.
We gotta defend first.
LJ will pick up the first goal, but it's not without the
Like it's just
first 30
SSG
seconds.
are just having such a good read on the rotate, like on the cutbacks from like JNabs and whoever right now that they're just immediately getting these bumps.
Support each other more in SSG. You know, keep doing what you're doing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. JNabs, the pop up to the ceiling.
Are you contacting for OG or are you just rooting for them? Seb and I are casters for them on their team stream. So when they're doing open quals and they're doing main event day ones like Swiss stage, we are the casters for them.
Calm against Chicago manages to take the boost too. It's OG. Still have the resources to work with, but space to be created is difficult. Any weak touches
go get that
sometimes
I don't know
result
what
in
Naps
the ball
rotation
being
was.
spat back right at
I
them.
think it's because like he didn't feel comfortable like immediately just trying the horizontal movement to go for the save. And he's like, okay, well I can get it on the rotate back and cut, but he was red. Like a book.
They want to be able to pass it out in transitional defense, but that's just
Nice.
that's not been an option.
Bang!
Banger!
You see what
There you go.
happens?
I was like,
Banger!
Colin's no boost, it's gonna have to be
Certified.
delivered right on his head, and it was.
Calm to the
Yep.
top left.
What a setup.
Do it.
Finally,
You know what?
Oh,
We take it. We take it.
That's great to see.
Wait, I'm
That's so
dumb. Do you
dumb.
actually have to pay for the
Bring them
players?
the magic
What?
they need. What was
Oh,
it in
for the
game 2
fantasy?
that
No,
I was
no.
applauding?
I mean, like
We
pay
just
like
see
you get a
all of OG
salary, you know?
peak
Yeah,
all
so
the time.
Every player
it's like
costs a different
allocation
amount.
points.
Yeah, like
You're
Daniel on
mentioned
G2 is
yesterday.
like really expensive
Oh,
compared
man,
to
this
like some
weekend has
random
been
dude on a bubble
grueling
team,
for
you know?
many teams. We'll have some fun updates
It's like
for
if
you
you've ever
after
like
the
played
series.
FIFA or whoever, like it's just like arbitrary salaries that are kind of applied.
It's meant so
Okay.
that people can't just draft all the best players in a region in like a drafting league. You have to like actually kind of balance it out by getting like really good players and like pretty good players.
Oh my God.
Wants to make it a second goal. And can't even hold on to the ball, as you said.
I thought for a second he meant like as an org.
Looking
I was like, I hope
Yeah.
orgs are playing players.
OG by time.
Yeah, they do.
It would be
Imagine finding
cool.
a G2's working for free.
I think it would be very cool if he added like a you have to be like an org, and given the org like you're allocated a certain budget, but like you get more, I don't know, like prize money or whatever, like if you do well with a less budget on the lesser org.
That would be nice.
And bring it in.
Or like
And
some
this is what
system
mean
like
when
that.
say
I don't know
for
what I'm talking
OG,
about.
How they have to keep eyes on that possession game. They get a
I
demo
mean,
here,
it can
and we
work,
see them
especially
with
since
space,
if
but
you
what do
draft
we
like
do with it?
worse
We see
players
JNabs
on worse
up
teams,
into
it
the
is based on
air. He
average
gets
score, not
past
overall
one.
score.
Tom got a bump around the net.
So,
LJ
the
was
demo
slow
chase was
boost, but no, he
crazy.
couldn't even come for the challenge because he had to watch out for the threat of Chicago.
late, fine.
This is what Space Station are doing.
Seb
They're trying
designing
to
Rocket
space
League
out
Manager
OG
2024.
because they know if they don't have that space to be able to make the passing lanes, there's not really much they can do with the
I've
ball.
actually never
And that's
played
been a
like any
big
football
factor this
manager
entire
or
series.
like any
Spacing
game
out
like
OG
that.
and also splitting
Seems
their
fun.
focus and trying to communicate through all this chaos is insane. Match point.
I don't know, there's some
for
matches that I just
SSG,
don't really get.
less than 2 minutes. And
I remember
grand
back in the day on
finals
Xbox
line.
360, there was
SSG
a
want that
game,
rematch
because I bought all the
against
FIFA
G2.
games and whatnot, called
Now
Road to the
Chicago
World
is
Cup.
tipping it.
And it was literally a game
LJ, oh, it just
that was
gets
all about
two
qualifying
there, a little
for the
scary,
World
but there's
Cup.
always a
And
third
once
man
you
Not
got
actually
all the way
playing.
down,
Or
it said,
SSG.
congrats, you did it. You're in the
Structure
World
is so
Cup.
good
And then
out
the
of
game
them.
ended. There was no World Cup part. It was a FIFA clone, but you couldn't play in the World Cup. It was just the quals. And I legitimately was so angry that I never bought like another FIFA game for like the next 2 years.
I have to believe it's because they didn't have the rights to actually like do World Cup stuff.
Involved in that play. He didn't have any boost. So
Dude, honestly, the rights for like all stuff around like soccer leagues in general are so complicated, man. Like FIFA is a nightmare.
Yeah, they are. Oh no. Oh please. I beg of you, Chicago, no! Oh, as soon as I saw that first demo come in, I'm like, no, dude.
Even the demo, Chicago says the red carpet's all yours. I got this guy.
Really had to go for that too. That's the rough part.
He had to, and he almost got it. I mean, to be fair.
No, I'm 29 in WPR. All right, it's fine. Lock in.
Hopefully after this. But
where's our kickoff, dude? Like, go for it. Why not?
I do wonder if they were like scrimming SSG, or at some point they were like counter-stratting really hard off of the kickoffs.
It's already a blue half.
And so they were just like, all right, that's fine. We'll just avoid that, take them normal.
Dives to save. And even gets us away from Chicago. JNAPS with the follow-up touch. OG needs these connections, and they need it now. There's only 30 seconds left.
Too committed. Too committed. Too committed.
Yeah. So I don't know why I do not mentally fathom why we are so over-eager against Space Station. We were so well-balanced against Gen G, and for some reason, every time we play SSG, we want to get forward so fast every time, and it just does not work. Oh my gosh. Oh my.
With the hammer! Space Station Gaming won G2, and in 23 seconds, that's exactly what they'll get.
My God, that went the distance between G2 and SSG last time too. Game 7 and OG.
Bruh, I don't know. We're just so incredibly shook every time we play SSG. These aren't even like, not to take anything away from SSG, but like these aren't even like good goals necessarily. It's just like half of these are just like positional mistakes. Watching us just overcommit on like 3 of these goals is pretty tragic.
What's up,
we took one more game off them.
Special teams, special players, special depressions.
Oh, man, GG Space Station, but I hate it. I hate it.
It was closer, at least.
That could have been so many points, dude. It's gonna be a race against Cloud9 for major next split.
People are very happy with this performance win by SSG.
Yeah, it's why I like really wanted this win, is because it would make our actual path to major. Because like now, it's like a competition between like top 5 right now with Cloud9, us, SSG, Gen G, and G2.
Now, with this situation, with G2 going 7 games against Cloud9,
yeah, that sucks. SSG really is the kryptonite. They are the bracket counter for us.
Could be a treat here for the grand finals. Space Station Gaming definitely earned their place there with a win here.
Yeah, because the top of North America, I mean, you thought the huge argument was between the 3rd and 4th place in North America. Now there's question marks on number 1 and number 2.
Major 2.
Powers down into major 2.
Okay. G2 are going to 7 against Cloud9. No disrespect. This is just we expect the top teams.
So yeah, G2.
Oh yeah, also Snowman.
The gap between number 1, number 2, and 3 and 4 was so large, and that is
it's literally just going to be, in my opinion, us 3. Technically, M80 could make a run, but they would have to beat one of us in like quarters. Snowman could make a run. I mean, that 4th place did really well for them to keep them involved. Yeah, no one's like truly out of it. I would say in top 7 and above. But yeah, I'm gonna say basically like the major is Gen G, G2, and Space Station at this point. Because there's no shot Gen G or Space Station's gonna miss top 8 next time. And yeah, OG and Snowmen, I would say OG, Snowmen, and Cloud9 are probably, in my opinion, most likely. Because I've seen enough out of M80 personally. I don't believe in them to ever win a quarterfinal ever again after today.
Ever again? What do you mean ever again?
No, legit. Like I don't believe in them at all. I think their brains are just so incredibly.
I think their brain is just collectively boomed. It's just, poor guys.
Whatever you're saying,
yeah, I mean OG. It's just about like Snowman could make like a finals run. M80 can make a run, maybe Shopify or whatever, but they would have to make it like semi/finals. Right now it's just OG and C9 like out competing each other. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's gonna be just like last split, right down to the wire.
Right down to the wire for so many teams, dude. Jeez.
Yeah, that's why it gets spooky when it comes down to, because we have not played Cloud9. I don't think we have any match record against them.
Against Omelet?
Did we play Omelet? I don't think we did play Omelet though.
Let's see.
Who do they play next? They don't play anyone next, bro. We're done. That was single Elim.
Yeah.
So right now the grand final is the only thing today that's remaining. It's G2 SSG, which I personally have no interest in watching because that means nothing. Those are two teams that basically guarantee that they're making majors. So it's like it's not really just updated. SSG 28 points, Gen G 28 points, G2. It's literally just gonna be like a freaking dogfight down here. Yeah, I would say, pretty much it's Shopify, MA, Snowman, and OG Cloud9. So five-way race for 4th place. You guys see a Lems made EU regional? No, GC, I mean, we saw that apparently, also GC, do you know, apparently KC didn't make it. And we were just talking like, man, what a crazy downfall. Like we saw the hint that like KC I think lost in qualifiers last time, but then they made it. But then they didn't make Champ Sunday. And then the very next qual they just completely like I can't fathom that.
Endpoint didn't make it either.
I mean that's not as surprising, but I mean that's I don't want to see any more EU like things like no depth. All these teams losing in weird ways. It's like I don't know, bro. If a team that we thought was going to be the best org in the entire world could not even make a qual the next split, then I don't know, dude.
So Endpoint didn't qual, Solary didn't qual, Carmine didn't qual. That's all the significant ones, but goddamn, dude, what a day for Europe.
I mean,
Belagal, best logo in esports, did qual.
Well, that's the thing though, is that KC makes top 8 and then doesn't make the next level up, which means they're at what 14 points?
I think that means they would,
actually,
unless they literally win next
week.
I don't think they're making it.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like unless they like actually pop off and get like maximal points, like I don't even know what they can do about that.
They're in 10th place. Wow.
This looks like the Twilight Zone. I can't even fathom that Carmine Corps is in 10th place right now, which y'all can't see on the graphic because our webcams block it. But like, yeah, hey, Bass and I did team stream for, fast forward, and hey, let's look at that.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that Seamus is able to get another team to pop off with. When you say KC, I keep thinking about the Pioneers when they used to be the KC Pioneers. Well, yeah.
Now they're the Quick Trip Pioneers.
Who's on Jobless? Oh, Oli, Rezi, and Ixa. Okay. Yo, if Resolve end up making it, that could be really hype. I'd be really happy for those guys.
Oh yeah. Hey Titan, did you guys see Joyo Rezi beef? I do love a good beef. No, I did not see a GC. You're a lot more tapped into the EU scene than myself.
It's all deleted.
Well,
yo, send me screenshot.
GC, I know
Listen,
you have
I know you fucking
yeah.
fiend, GC. You definitely have screenshots.
I don't have any, GC. Come on. How are you supposed to farm impressions if you don't get the deleted tweets fixed?
Farm Lord GC does not have screenshots of beef. I don't believe you.
Dang. GC's slipping. Then again, I've been there though, where I'm like,
just deleted my monitor.
Apparently Joyo in a Discord said, gotta let Oli finish the split. Art. Oh. That's kind of beefy.
Nolly with a very patient flip reset into dunk. Yeah, that was the clip that we popped off on. I should actually go back and clip it on your stream because that was sick.
Yes, Keepa, that was this is the same GC, the exact same username even. Damn. If Resolve actually make that would be real poggers. I'm still blown away. Then again, BDS kind of threw last time, if I remember. I didn't actually watch the BDS game, but I remember I woke up and just checked Twitter, and everyone was like, Monkey Moon problems, oh my gosh, no ice, what happened to him? And I was like, what? And I started watching back some of the highlights, and I was like, ooh, that was some bad stuff. Resi, something that was deleted about Joyo, and then Joyo was like, I can cancel you, but I won't. Oh. Okay, Joyo. Classic pro player thing. Someone else says something unspeakable behind the scenes, they screenshot it for anytime they pop off their mouth, they're like, oh, you want me to tweet this?
Here's some blackmail.
The real black market currency of high-level esports.
That. The pressure that they had throughout this match was fantastic. You talk about like team shots, 9 to 5.
Gibbs, I hate hearing about this game in the background. SSG played well, but my gosh, bro, we are, they're just the hard counter for OG. If we can just dodge them in bracket, we're gonna be fine. Jeez.
Of course, on Reddit, the first thing that someone does post after KC doesn't qualify is the regional qualifier format is hurting the validity of the major.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. We only get those posts after a good team fails.
Yeah,
at the end
but
of the day,
it's like honestly, like what else do you want them to do for like an open qual bracket? What else do you want them to do? Do you want them to play like best of sevens to fucking qual? Do you want them to play best of sevens to like eliminate?
I personally think the top 8 auto quals to the next main event is a good format, but I also kind of do like it keeping open. I think the best compromise would be make all top 8 teams get auto bids into day 3 of open quals. I think it's a waste of time to make any. There is no top team losing in day 2 and 1. Like there's no team is gonna drop a game to like low SSLs. Like day 3 is when it's actual like bubble players versus pros or pros versus pros. So I'm like, I think top 8 should auto get thrown into upper bracket of day 3, and then you're done. And it's fine, but like the fact give teams that made last major auto qual for every regional, that feels like that's way too hard of a carry forward.
Because like even for EU, I mean, it's just to me, I think Rocket League is too fast moving for it to be like you should immediately qual for like every single one if you're like top 4 for the region during one major. But I think top 8 is like bid into either day 3 immediately or bid into like what is it, the main event, because at most I think you should only go down like 1 qual at the end of the day, like which that 1 qual would be going back down to Swiss. But it's but in terms of KC, like dude, they had 2 full best of 5s to play, and they both lost, and it's the teams that they should be beating, frankly, realistically. Like, at what point is the responsibility and the onus put on the team to actually win, and not just, oh, it's the format?
Yeah, and I don't want to. And also, it's not like a thing for me where it's like we're defaulting to the we'll just win, but like, because I understand some formats blow, but this one, I feel like the only real issue is that you're wasting their time in day 1 and day 2. Day 3 is where you need to play. It's the exact same as playing basically a Swiss match. Players definitely going to be warm. It's not like it's a fluke day. Well, you could have a fluke day on Swiss and have a bad day, so it's the same thing. Like blah blah blah. But I feel like just push them into day 3, give them the rest of the weekend off where they can strat and scrim and whatever, and actually play meaningful series that actually do something for them, and then that's fine. But yeah, if KC misses, this is not a problem with qualifiers at all, in my opinion. My controversial opinion for this entire season is that I actually think for orgs, it's immensely frustrating for it to be all open every single regional. But for the scene and for emerging orgs and up and coming players, I think it's a great format because it means that there's 16 slots that can qualify instead of just 8.
Yeah.
this matchup.
Yeah,
Again,
I don't know.
last time they
Like,
played
part of
2
it is just
weeks
really
ago,
frustrating because, like,
went to
you
game
really, I
7
don't think you see this kind of level of copium from, like, NA fans when one of the, like, when fucking Shopify doesn't qualify. Like, I don't think you really see, you know, that level of copium.
It was
like,
more so
tear
just
down
like,
the format.
oh damn. Yeah, that was the reaction I saw with Shopify when that was like the first big org failing to get through quals. I feel like across all regions basically. And because that was like split 1, qual 2 or something after they got top 4, and everyone, I felt like the reaction was less like this format's dog. It was more so like, oh wow, that sucks, I can't believe that stuff can actually happen, and then they just
NA depth, holy shit.
yeah, NA depth LMAO, and then just kind of moved on.
Yeah, I'm gonna sweep, but to be clear, it's them getting, they've literally not lost, so it's them getting the sweeps, and even in the game 7s also getting the wins here.
Yeah,
so
that's
we've always said,
yeah, like we said, chat, this is gonna be SSG, Cloud9, OG. It's gonna be top 7 and above. Is just gonna be a freaking bloodbath next week.
G2, like there's always a lot on the lines. Great
Yeah.
money and whatnot,
boy.
but G2 are
I'm
also
actually so
already at the
scared.
World
I mean, obviously we
Championship
want them to
with
qual or
SSG
whatever,
winning
but
the
like,
previous series.
dude,
This
if you
is
qual for
starting
like
to
both the
tie G2
majors,
for
like that makes your
points,
world chances
moving SSG
so much
in
better.
4th, I think, for
Yeah,
world's
right now
points.
we're
So that's
SSG. I think
that's the big
probably
picture.
they are one. I think they're
SSG
literally 1 point
want
behind
this
us in worlds qualifying right
bad.
now.
This was a
If I'm
close
gonna
series
guess.
last time they met in the last qualifier, and there's signs of imperfection.
Yep,
from both
46 and
sides, but a
47
lot
in
for
the
SSG
4th
to
and
take
3rd for
note
worlds
from
qualifying.
that Cloud9 series.
So yeah, it could be
G2,
spooky.
they have the best offense in
Especially
the
because
region. What is their
Cloud9.
defense that you
Well,
can take advantage sometimes.
And Space Station is trying to write history here.
so
Obviously,
Cloud9 and
every
M80 are
single
really the only
tournament
two
win so
teams. I mean,
far
Shopify's in here,
in
but
these
like,
open
and I
qualifiers
guess
has
Snowmen.
been
But like,
G2
Snowmen are
or
incredibly far behind
SSG,
in terms of
LJ
qualifying
and
for
Hotspur.
worlds.
They have never
So in
won
my
a
mind,
system
if you
yet.
get to
So
the major,
they're
I will say
looking for their very
OG
first
did
one.
not
Those were the
do that
two
well in the major, and yet we got 6
new players
points. That's the
coming up
equivalent of
maybe last year
getting
that really made waves
to
at the World
round 5 of
Championship.
Swiss
So
in
they're
terms of
looking
points.
for their first
So
event win as well. But G2
if you
obviously
get to the major,
been here,
bare minimum
they've
more or
done it
less,
so
you are
many
getting 6
times
points.
before. They're
So
expected
that
to
alone
take
could
this
like
one as
push you just over the top. I mean, for example, it's
Yeah,
literally
this
the
is also
only reason
LJ
we are ahead of
Hotspur's,
Space Station
only
right
second
now
grand
by a point.
finals, for a
But
regional event here. So
beyond
they've
that,
gotten
like
to the
they've made up a
finals
lot
before,
of
but
ground by getting
lost.
back-to-back
They
top
both
4s
lost,
now,
to
or a 4
Furia
and
in
now a
that
top
match.
2.
Now they're trying to
Luminosity, they're dead.
against
I'm sorry,
G2
but like,
last season.
I don't see them
G2,
getting top
SSG.
2 or
Let us know
whatever
who you think is gonna
in the
win.
next
Here's
regional.
the thing,
I think
okay?
M80, frankly, are just
so
mentally
clear.
done. Maybe they can turn
Only
around 2
G2
weeks,
is
but
the
I thought they were going to do that in
But
this regional,
SSG
the turnaround.
I think with like SSG, like they're currently on track to like be 3rd seed. I think it's like pretty safe to say like Genji's out for them, like they're over that kind of bracket demon right now, and like they're most likely qualifying just based off their performance, but our main goal is to keep LG down like as much as possible. Like we need to like make sure they do not get anywhere far in bracket. Cloud9 I think still have a ways to go because like they were nowhere near anything for the first major, and then yeah, that's kind of the goal, is like we're just kind of competing with LG for worlds anyway. So like longer goals ahead, obviously qual for the major, beat Cloud9, because those points, those extra points for the major is like huge, but the long term is like making sure we do well against SSG or SSG and LG.
Initial quality shot, and maybe Chicago is who you got to watch out for. And this is going to be really close. High mechanical ceiling for both these
I love
teams.
you guys. You keep it interesting for sure.
To assess that Cloud9 series,
like
to fix up
not making it like coming in dead last regional 1, then top back-to-back top 4s. This time, you know, not the best at major, but it's okay. We'll do better. Top 8, top 4, and then hopefully we can get another top 4, and that'll pretty much lock it up, like for the most part.
Oh, cool. Was it Alems, Spanish player who's like Boyo pointed out the first what is it, woman to make top 16 in Rlcs since Karma in league play. That's cool.
I mean, this has gotten to day 3 I think a couple times. Yeah, that's what JC came in and screaming. It was like we were like, I think Lems has made it like twice to day 3. Just couldn't quite like get over the hump. It was like she was like Match before or like in the qual match or something?
Right.
No, she makes it every time. Oh, maybe I'm forgetting something. Well, then that's especially frustrating that for them, I'm sure, to completely get rejected. But finally getting there is nice. Her best before was top 24. I mean, that's hype as hell.
Atomic right now,
Let's go.
I think the MVP front runner.
Yeah, that's actually sick. What team is she on?
Okay. We'll see how they can hold up.
GC would know. I don't follow the European rosters as closely as I probably should.
European bubble, you know, goes crazy. La Masia.
I am amazed that there is this many fans in chat for SSG. G2 trying their best, but right now
Matt Smashy, and I know Smashy. I recognize that name.
Do not see it.
About to be underway. It's time for us to get.
Oh yeah, okay. Smashy, Lems, and Matt.
They are the favorites in every
Cool.
way, shape, and form.
French guy, English guy, and Olems. Wow. I do like how collaborative EU is with their nationalities.
Yeah.
I was kind of scared back in the day when Vitality formed that we were just gonna, when Big Scrub got kicked and they just went all French, that was what it was going to become. It was just going to be like all nationalisms like colliding. It's like all French teams, all Dutch teams, whatever.
Yeah. Low block has some Italians, dude. Damn.
Garby, I don't know if you can tell, but you're muted in the Discord.
So Tekos.
Can't hear you right now, but hey, there you go. Okay.
And we have a Scottish person. Yo, let's go.
And I'm ready to get started.
All right, well, chat, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of want to take a nap. I
Yeah,
don't
me
care
too.
about this grand final
I need to sleep.
It means nothing for literally anything except Space Station just getting more points, which frankly I already know they're gonna make major based on how well they're playing already. So yeah, I think we're I think I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna end it now.
Yeah.
Big sad, but it's okay. OG is very much still in it. The destiny is pretty much all in our hands if we just keep playing well. If we just keep playing well, like majors are ours, and ideally then Worlds is as well.
Yeah. Top 4 is huge.
Yeah,
don't lose hope.
Catch y'all cats later, and yeah, I'm gonna go sleepy sleep. I'll be streaming probably a little bit later, so keep an eye out for that. Seb, thank you for tuning in or joining up as well.
Yeah, dude.
We got it next time. Think about it.
G2 might be in some trouble here. LJ